Welcome to the University of Nairobi, Faculty of Law Alumni Dinner.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Feel very welcome to our Faculty of Law Alumni Dinner, where all wakilis are reconnecting for our theme tonight, celebrating a heritage of excellence, uniting generations, and igniting potential. University of Nairobi, if you did not know. And secondly, we are uniting generations. So in uniting generations, we are going to be looking at the different decades that have come and produced spectacular people in the practice of law.
Kabisa, and I understand in my brief that I've been told that the university, the is more important than most of the words that come after, but when you ask people to say it out loud, I didn't hear it.
We are the University of Nairobi, and it does not just end there. Okay. You must add that it was from the School of Law.
So now I would like us to, I humbly request that we remain standing for the national anthem so that we can officially start the event. DJ Tafadhali. Asante sana, and still in the same spirit, so we can do all the standing.
Yes, while we're still standing, let us also do the East African anthem.
Tutimize na malengo yetu, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Asante sana, we may have our seats.
Yes, so with that, as a close, Dr. Kingori,
yes, please.
I see very many deans represented, but for purposes of tonight's event, I would wish to invite on stage a very special person, the current dean of the Faculty of Law.
Professor Winfred Kamau. Professor Winfred Kamau. Karibu sana. Round of applause for the dean of... Karibu sana.
Good evening, esteemed alumni, law alumni of the University of Nairobi. Good evening. Good evening. Now, I have been advised that tonight is not a night for protocol. It's not the night where we are recognizing so and so and so and so, because all of us are dignitaries in our own right. I will make only 2 exceptions. That is for our chief guest, the Honorable Justice William Ouko, Judge of the Supreme Court of Kenya. The reason being that he was my classmate. So I'll get into a lot of trouble if I don't mention him by name. The second exception I make is for my boss at the University of Nairobi, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Stephen Kiama, because if I don't, I might be out of a job tomorrow. So with that, then, I will say all protocol observed. And just want to say how delighted I am to be here this evening. I would ask that we settle. There's a lot of movement up and down. Please, if you could
Tupate nafasi,
get
tafadhali.
everybody.
Tupate nafasi. Let's settle down. We have already started officially. Yes.
Okay. Yes, so just to say how delighted I am to be here this evening, to meet all of you, looking radiant, looking smart, like lawyers always do anyway, but I think tonight is special. So it's with great pleasure that I wish to welcome you all to the 2024 University of Nairobi Law Alumni Dinner on the theme, Celebrating a Heritage of Excellence, Uniting Generations and Igniting Potential. This is indeed a momentous occasion when we gather together as those who are bonded by one mother, the University of Nairobi, the Faculty of Law. So the aim of tonight's dinner, the first aim, is really just to reconnect. I think we have seen as people walk in, they are looking around for their classmates. They are looking around for their friends. They want to connect. They want to bond. So this is an opportunity for us to meet together, to relive cherished memories, to just reminisce about our days at the University of Nairobi. It is also an opportunity for networking, because you will sit next to a person, maybe you've never met before, maybe you don't know them, but you get to know each other and you form a network. You exchange business cards, you exchange phone numbers, and more can follow. But the third reason for this dinner is that we hope that this dinner will be a springboard for the alumni's structured engagement with their alma mater. Because the University of Nairobi, being the oldest law school, the one with the most graduates, we have very, very many alumni. And it would be great if we could start connecting with them, engaging with them in a structured way. So later on tonight, I'll be sharing a little bit about the faculty, a bit about some of the issues we are facing, and how the alumni can support. This dinner is actually organized by alumni. The Faculty of Law is merely supporting. So we have a fine team of alumni led by one Gerald Kitty, who will be speaking later on. They have been working very, very hard to make this event a success. So I would like to thank them for that, as well as faculty staff who have also worked very, very hard. We have received support from many people. Many of you have paid not only for yourselves, but also for students and others who would not otherwise have managed to attend. So we are really happy. I'm amazed by the great turnout, the numbers. You've turned out in large numbers. And I'd like to welcome you once again and wish you a wonderful evening. I wish to call upon our next speaker, who is Professor Patricia Kameri-Mbote. Professor Kameri-Mbote is Dean Emeritus of the Faculty of Law, University of Nairobi. She was the first woman dean of the faculty.
A round of applause for that.
And I followed hot on her heels. So she's my mentor and role model. And we also happen to have been schoolmates as well as campus mates. Professor Kameri-Mbote is the director of the Law Division of the United Nations Environment Program. So she heads the entire Law Division. It's just that we are stationed in Nairobi. If the headquarters was in Geneva or New York or wherever, that's where she would be. So, and then Prof also wears another hat. She is the chairperson of the law chapter of the University of Nairobi Alumni Association. And we are all alumni. So we'd like to hear from her what goodies she has for us as the Alumni Association. Welcome, Prof.
Good evening. You know, when they kept asking for people's classmates, I want to call up my classmates, and I'm calling everybody who was in class with me, whether I was on this side and you are on that side, or you are with me. Everybody who was in class with me, I know you. Stand up, all who are in my class, I know you, but you may sit. The problem with saying that the 1980s were the best years would be discounting all the great Kenyans that have gone through the university. And when Dr. Kingori was asking whether there are people from Eastlands, I will not name names, but if you know, you know. Kitty knows. So in essence, the University of Nairobi Law Alumni Chapter was established in 2017. And it was established at the University of Nairobi Towers, and many people then were really railing and ready to go with the Alumni Association. But to borrow a leaf from Margaret Ogola's, The River and the Source, the river flows, sometimes goes under the stones, but it comes out. And this river has come out. I'm really proud of the young alumni who've called us here. And we said, once you call us, we will come. Alumni are a great resource for their universities. Many of us have been to many universities, and many universities claim us as their alumni. You know, the other day I was asking, why do people want to say, I am Harvard alumni or Stanford alumni, but you do not want to say you are University of Nairobi alumni? For me, where it all started is University of Nairobi. I would not be half the lawyer that I am if I had not been at the University of Nairobi. And this is why I wear my pin of the university alumni with pride. I see that my friend PLO is a member of Alumni Association, but he doesn't have the implements. It is very important to stand up and be counted. Alumni are the ones that build institutions. If you look at the endowments in many universities, they are established by alumni. I visited the Stanford University and found that they had new buildings. And so I was asking, who built this? and it was Alumni X. So the graduate students now have a totally new building that they live in. And I'm sure it is not too far-fetched an idea to dream that we can do something. You know, you're not called to do everything, but you're called to do something. And please do something for your university. Your brand as a lawyer, your brand as an individual is actually linked to the University of Nairobi. I'll borrow from the words of Haggai. Is this the time to be living in paneled houses when your school is in ruins? Please build your school and build the students who come after us. I commit to continue being part of the team. Now we have younger people who are a lot more adept, but let us run with this vision.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Prof.
And thank you so much, Professor Kameri Mbote, for those inspiring words. I now have the pleasure to call upon, as I said, my boss, the Vice Chancellor, who is the Chief Executive also of the University of Nairobi, Professor Stephen Kiama. Professor Kiama is unique in this gathering because we are merely lawyers, but he is a professor of veterinary medicine. So I call upon you, Prof, and also just want to say we are grateful to you for gracing this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow. Can see the room is full. Yeah. I want to acknowledge all of you who are here, great people. Justice William Oko, Patrick Lumumba, Kameli Bote, the Dean, and all the others who are here, as the Dean mentioned. They are all great people. All of them are distinguished. I think for me, I'm at home here, because one of the things you do as a chief executive officer and the work you do, you are just really a practitioner in law. Yeah. Every other decision you make, there is a reference on whether it is correct. And even if you have the legal officer, you find that many times you have to make up your mind what you have to read around and advise. This is the direction I would prefer to take. What is your advice? And so you have to read many of the times and also practice on the other side. And also, I remember even as I was growing up in high school, and, as a young person also in the university, most of the people I could call by name and many people I knew were lawyers, because I would read them in the newspapers defending us, defending the country on this or that, or interpreting the Constitution. So I had to read, Professor Lumumba, I had to read the old Constitution, I think when I was in high school, you know, so that I can understand why they are detaining Kamau Kuria and why they are doing all the things they did. And I believed that that should not be done, you know, because section this and section that, section this has not been followed appropriately. And even as I became as a student, I was a little of an activist. So when they would pick up students, I would feel it is not correct, because I had read what needs to be done. I believe that I've carried through some of those views. So I knew, and I would follow about Kiraito Mulungi and what they are saying, and Itobi Manyara and the Rome Manthri. I would read all the time. And Paul Moite, who are chairs of the LSK, I followed them very closely. And I still follow what the lawyers say. Now, coming to what you have here, I think this is a great convening all the members of the, what you are saying, the alumni law, from the law faculty. But I think one of the things I have a feeling that as a university community, we may have misstepped, is when we took the issue of being a member of the alumni as something you need to register to become a member. So we converted this to a club of a few, excluding the many others who have not registered to be a member. And we said, to be a member, you contribute 1,000 shillings every year. If you have not contributed, therefore you are not a member. Or you pay 100,000 shillings and then you become a live member. And then you'll be telling everybody you are a live member. But I thought that we need to continue to repackage this to your alumni, and therefore you consider University of Nairobi as your alma mater, as your nurturing mother. And how do you qualify to be an alumni of University of Nairobi or a member of the convocation? It's just by graduating from the University of Nairobi. And you belong to the fraternity of law, not through registration, but by right. It's a birthright. You are born there. Isn't it? Yeah. You are born there. So what do we expect? You and I and Rumumba there and William Mouko, what we need is you donate or you contribute. And therefore when you contribute 100,000 or you contribute 200,000 or you contribute 1,000, it's just, that's a contribution. It's not to be a member. Because a member, you are born there. It's a right. And that cannot be gotten from you. And that's a way we need to look at this. Obviously, within the family of those who have graduated from University of Nairobi, it's possible to form associations. Yeah. You can form some associations. And you say, to be a member of this association, then you need to be contributing this amount per month. And therefore, you agree what are those things you do when you are a member of the association. That's a different thing. But being an alumnus of the University of Nairobi is a birthright. And that cannot become better because you have paid membership or anything, but that is your right. That is my position in this. And that's what I hope that even the Alumni Association continue to sell this. You need to register to be a member. There are certain things we do in this association, but to be a member of the alumni or to call a University of Nairobi your alma mater, your nurturing mother, that is a right. And that's what I think that's what Kamere Bote was beginning to say. Therefore, when you were born in a certain family and you see there are certain needs there, then you contribute and support, not because of what you get back, and because you think that if your father is staying in that leaking house, when you do something about fixing the roof, it's not because you expect something back. It's because you belong there, and that adds value to you. When that homestead is well kept, and the neighbors see it is well kept, you are also seen in that light that you are a person of value. Yeah. So that's what I would like to say in this gathering, because it's an alumni association. And with this, I conclude my remarks. Asante sana and God bless.
Sawa sawa. We'll have a short break and we'll be entertained by the amazing jukebox music. A round of applause for the jukebox music.
Good to see everyone. You're looking beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Jukebox Band, and we're just beginning. Lazizi wangu zawadi nono kutoka mbinguni. Nakuwaza my baby, nikikuwaza usiku silali. nashikwa na wivu, naomba unipe namba yako nikuvutie waya, nikupeleke Java tunywe kahawa tukisupa tupa. Mohali onjewe Shigana shanje gurula bonyasaye Na kuyanza my baby Nikikuwaza usiku silali, nikikuona na wengine nashikwa na wivu, naomba unipe namba yako nikuvutie waya, nikupeleke Java tunywe kahawa tukisupa tupa. Nikitafuta kama wewe, mina feel so nice, unanipa miamba nigigi mbele baby, sioni njia bila wewe, la sisi wewe, mama, nikikuona na wengine nashikwa, mama naomba unipe namba yako
Jukebox Band, Jukebox Bags, asante sana.
But Kingori is something very interesting.
Yes.
Does anyone here remember when the Faculty of Law was birthed at the University of Nairobi? Anyone? When did we start the School of Law? Yes, Professor Sihanya, give us that answer. Prof, what did you say? Prof said 1970. Would anyone want to have a different answer than Prof? I know I wouldn't. Professor Kameri Mbote, would you know where was the Faculty of Law first housed? Were we at the main campus? Were we at the dental?
I do not know the geographical location, but it was in the commercial law department. It was as a commercial law department, it was at a Faculty of Law, somewhere in the main campus.
So according to my hadithi, yes, it was somewhere in the main campus. And according to the hadithi again I had a celebration of some people got each other while at the law school.
Yes.
Right? Do we have any of them in this room? Any unions that were found while you were studying law?
So,
Cheza kidogo, cheza kidogo. Take your dances. It does not matter which year you found yourselves, but if you found your union at the Faculty of Law, this is your moment.
Asante.
Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Sawa. So now, a quick activity, more so actually recognition before we move into the next segment, which is the speeches by our distinguished guests. Please, do we have anyone representing the class of the 70s?
Did anyone from the decades
From the
between
decades
the
of the 70s till 1979? Anyone? Anyone?
those who are getting that boom money?
I believe Honorable Getabu Imanyara, Senior Counsel, was to come represent that era, but he has sent his apologies. 80s, the 80s.
Anyone who graduated in the years between
1980 to
1981 to
1989.
1989. Anyone in the 80s?
Anyone in the 80s?
Please stand up.
Please stand up on your feet.
Anyone in the 80s, please stand up. This is your moment. I don't think it's enough for them to just stand up. Please come to the
it's
front.
Recognition too.
Please
Kidogo,
come to the front.
as they make their way. Karibuni sana.
Give us a jig the way you used to jig. Prof, jig the way you used to
photo
jig. Get down on it. Get down, get down. We want to see you get down.
Hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me.
Hey, hey.
How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance?
Goja DJ. Are you saying just one?
Before you
we
go
have
back.
a voucher for you before you sit down. We have a gift voucher for you before you sit down. Yes. No, yes, it's official. Yes. Yes, kuna voucher. Kuna voucher. But on behalf of all the other classes that will come, Professor PLO Justice, the Dean, Dean Emeritus, wanataka kutuambia in the 1980s, they only had this style to dance for 10 years. They only had this style to dance for 10 years. Oh, and this one. Sawa sawa, we have a gift voucher for one of you and a selfie moment for the class. The representation, just say something, a memory from the school, something you can never forget. something that carries a weight, something you always carry with you from the institution, from the time that you were there. And the representation, please let's have Ambassador Muthoni Gishohi. Say something. Yes.
To do what?
A memory, something you remember.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We are clearly in the minority. When the 70s were called, we said they are asleep. We are representing the 80s, and you can see we are very much still around. What I remember most about my university days is meeting one Dr. Bodi Ogola. He had very interesting English. I remember he's a strange concatenation of events. I have, even to date, I don't even know what that means. But I got very educated. I came from the village, from some village in Murang'a. But by the time I left University of Nairobi, I was a town girl. Thank you, thanks so much for the for the education which we went through in the 80s. And when we are talking about our class has the dean of the current dean of University of the Law School, Winnie. We have the judge of the Supreme Court, William Ouko. And we have the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Martha Koome, was our classmate. I was there I was an ambassador to the People's Republic of China. We have Jora Wawero. He's also a scribe. He writes a column in the newspapers of Sunday. He writes a column on land law. So you can see clearly, something was done right during the time we were in the University of Nairobi. Don't you agree? Yes, we have now become visionary leaders and thought leaders for our generation. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. And how do you guys are aging gracefully, sindio? 80s.
The grace of God.
What the secret for Professor PLO? I know it's karate. What is the secret for the rest of you? You guys have aged gracefully. Round of applause for them, tafadhali. Asante sana. And we have a gift voucher for one of you. And I know I stand in front of all fairness. Sindio? We have a gift voucher for you for one of you from the automotive doctor. And we'll give it in the simplest form. Please help us judge this segment. DJ, ile kitu uliweka ya 1981. Iyo. Weka iyo, whoever comes up with a different style. The first time you had one. Something different, we are giving it. People are the judges. Just one. Finya play 1981. 20. Ah.
Go. Get down.
Ah, sawa. Ah, asante. Imeenda
haijaenda.
Aya,
Imeenda
sawa.
haijaenda.
Professor, come. Aya, sawa. Sama. Aya, kuja hapa. Just a second. Aya. Fairness. Aki, one, ndio twende haraka. Just a quick one. DJ finya play tena. Hapa ndio first runners up. Haraka tuone. Twende.
Kanyaga. Go.
Ah, sawa. Asante. Thank you. Imeenda, si ndio? Imeenda. Asante sana. Just hold this for one photo. Yes. Asanteni sana. Round of applause for our guests. Asante. Aya, we go to class of the 90s decades.
Wale wa 1991, 1992. And this is not your year of birth, please. Year of graduation, not year of birth.
1990 to 1999. Please step forward.
Now, jig along now. Jig along now, jig along now. Let's
Hey.
see you.
Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever tell you about Maxine, you own us.
Hey.
I don't know what I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the team that got Moi out of power. So now, DJ, wapatie kitu ya era yao. Aya, twende kazi. Twende.
I go this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever
Wait, ngoja DJ, shikilia. Have you guys noticed that Professor Sihanya does not want to dance alone? Why are you turning? DJ, in the village you don't dance alone. Wewe tutakutoa hapa. Professor Sihanya belongs here. Let's see if you will not dance alone now. Aya, DJ, twende.
I go this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I
Aya,
ever tell you
sawa.
about Maxine,
Sawa, asante sana. We want runners up ndio tufanye hii kitu haraka. I also noticed that hawa wako kazi. Hawa waheshimiwa wako kazi. They are consulting in the middle of the dance. So now, please, hapa. Tafadhali. Kuja. Tunataka tumalize hii kitu haraka. Rose Mbanya. No. Step forward. Runners up. Tunachagua runners up. Rose, karibu. Wakili, karibu. Wewe, I've noticed you. Huyu jamaa wa kungoa Moi ana dance gengeton na chakademas. Si ndio? From the time music started. Alikuwa. Kuja. You've been nominated directly. Direct nomination. DJ, I saw something. Ebu finya play tu kidogo. I want to see something. Twende. Bas, sawa. Thank you. Asante. Ndio twende haraka. Menominatiwa na high table. Direct nomination. Aya, sawa. DJ, finya play. We choose from here. Twende.
Munawaona?
Sawa.
Kingori, this is a difficult one.
Ndio kazi iende haraka.
Kingori, this
We
is
have
a
to have a
difficult
winner.
one.
We have to have a winner. Vocha inaenda kwa one of these two. No.
I mean, they were very loud during the
uko sawa.
election days. They might as well.
Vocha inaenda kwa one of these two before we take a selfie ya kufunga. DJ, tufunge hii kazi. Sawa. Hey, bana. I thought the opportunity to end up as a couple is only for students. Kumbe iko kwa alumni. Aya, sawa. Sasa we'll have to choose kwa sababu ya gender balance, we'll give each of you a voucher. But then, yes. Karibieni tufanye selfie alafu we need a representative. Tuambie tu one memory in the 90s. Just a volunteer. Moja tu, a quick minute.
I think one of the best memories I think was a class on criminology by Dr. Lal. And he asked the features of a criminal. So I drew Charles Sobraj, and he gave me 104%.
Wapi makofi yao? Asante sana. Selfie moment. We want you to fit in here, all of you hapa. Asante sana, asante sana. 2000 to 2010.
When you say 2000, which one?
The 2000s.
you looking for? Can I young Lou make money anymore? Shake your feet, baby girl, and I'm on. Imagine a quarter, did you want to do about who are you? Who the hell? Do you know me? Do I know you? Get the hand, I come for first because, hey! Oh, I am unbeatable. I am unsuable. So if you like my song, sing it to me yourself. You over me. Hey, hey. You got it. You over me. I said you got it. You over me. I am unbeatable. You got it. You over me. You got it. You over me. I said you got it. You over me. I am unbeatable.
Is the
Sawa,
class
sawa.
well represented?
Just by how you guys walked in, just by how the class of 2000 to 2010 walked in, I can tell you carry the biggest population of sinners. So, DJ uko tayari? DJ uko tayari? Twende. Aya, sawa, sawa, asante. Asante sana, kuja. Aya, karibia. Karibu, kuja. If you noticed, what's your name, madam?
Jackie.
Jackie. If you noticed, even before the music started, Jackie aliingia hivi. Jackie was ready. Jackie came ready. Aya, sawa. I think I saw something. Tuweke na mama kanisa. Tuweke na mama kanisa. Aya, sawa. Karibu mama. Karibu. Karibu. Karibu, karibu. Hapa. Ni representation tu. Don't miss to have fun leo. Sawa. Is it just me or the whole time Wakili hapa was dancing like a police officer? DJ, same music.
Let us see
No,
it
no,
again.
no. Him alone. DJ, same music, him alone. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Twende. Sawa. Huyo si afande? Aya, sawa. President, I know you can dance. I know you can't sing, but dancing. Sawa, kuja. Alafu, sawa. Someone traveled from Ghana just to attend this event. Dr. Jackson Bet. Twende. Aya. Aya, sawa. Asante sana DJ. Hii itakuwa kazi rahisi sana. First runners up. Aya. First runners up. Online. Kuja hapa tafadhali. Tufungeni hii kitu haraka tuende kwa the last category.
The vouchers have to go to someone.
Yes, the vouchers have to go to someone. Please tusaidieni. We are in the room full of fairness. DJ, give us something. Sawa. I know this verdict ni haraka sana. former president.
Kingori, ngoja to let me interrupt.
Yes.
It is not a grudge, but I think I'll speak for most of the students
Yes.
who are taught by the law. The law must represent the dance floor on
Yes.
the law. The law must dance.
Sawa.
The law is always doing everything but dance.
As the law, check it. Akoth, let's do it simple. Tufanye mchujo kwanza, which is very easy. Nelson Harvey gave up in the last round. Huyu alifuata dance routine. Our friend here was dancing like a traffic offense, sindio? Mliona? So automatically tupeane voucher kwa iko sawa, sindio? Tupeane voucher hapa. Well deserved. Alafu president na the law watufungie dance ya kurepresent. Just company. Aya, DJ. Something tu ya kufunga before the selfie moment.
Kingori, the ladies are not represented. Ladies are not represented. You cannot have 3 rounds and those 3 rounds
sawa.
surely.
Aya, ini ya
Bas.
representation.
Equalizer ndio hiyo.
Hiyo ndio equalizer.
Equalizer ndio hiyo.
So leakage inatoka that tumeacha Agnes Meroka. Bas. Sawa. Kuna dress smart hivi na utaki watu
Aya.
waone.
DJ angusha venye anakuja.
Kuja.
Hapo sasa.
Yeah. Twende. Round of applause for them, tafadhali. Asante sana. Aya, selfie moment, please tukuje pamoja. Kila mtu atapatwa na kamera. Tutague tu representative kidogo to get into the selfie moment. Na kuna mtu atatupea memory. Nani atatupea memory? Aya, karibu.
My best memory of Parklands was a student who got 28 over 30 marks in the coursework and just needed 12 marks to pass the exam, but nonetheless got a supplementary in that unit. So they confronted our course instructor, Charlo Mbobu, asking him, "You mean, Mwalimu, that having gone to Alliance and all those other places, I couldn't get just 12 marks?" Then Charlo Bobu, adjusting his glasses and giving him a studious look, told him, "My friend, evidence is hard." Another one went to the same course instructor, similar grievance, and Charlo, just shrugging his shoulders, told him, "Well, my friend, those are the ironies of life."
Do we know where the law got it from?
The law has spoken, Ati. These vouchers are from the automotive doctor. They are going to one representative, of course, needed to a representation.
And that means what can they do with it? Though the
you can
next crew
service-
wakisikia, wakuje wakichangamka.
You have free service ya 5,000 for your vehicle, any service of your choice.
Bas.
Asante sana. So we can have the selfie moments. I understand that this class has a lot of representatives, but we can only take one at the moment kwa sababu ya time. Asante sana. Now class of 2010 to 2020.
Wanaweza kuwa wengi.
If you graduated between 2010 and 2020, 2010 to 2015.
2010, 2011, 2012,
2010.
2013. This is a very huge group. Kingori, this is a very huge group. Please go up the stage. Go up the stage.
Asante sana DJ. from the look of things,
This is my crew, Kingori.
I understand, but from the look of things,
Yes.
we should have asked them to remain seated so that the others can come in front.
Perhaps, but
Yes.
hatuna hiyo humility for right now.
Okay.
We all must be seen. Sivyo, sivyo.
Aya, DJ Laz, hebu try something. We see kama tuko kwa shetani tayari.
Tumekuja kupati, je, umepata?
Tukule heavy, halafu tufungue sakafu. Aha. Ukiachilia mahewa. Nini? Twende. Ati.
Sawa. Ili haraka.
Tulikuwa
Ili haraka,
tumekuja kuwashika.
Ndio inataka kushika sasa.
Okay.
Alafu hapa hii ndio representatives. Alafu every man for himself. Unajua I brought our lady hapa, huyu akafikiria nimemletea. Every person is for himself. Representation for the school. DJ, hapo mahali ulikuwa umewachia. Hapo. Twende.
Get down. Hey.
Hey, DJ. Asante sana. Wewe.
Hapa.
Your crew. Hii season watu walisoma kweli?
This
Yes.
is the season when Paki was Paki.
Where?
Watu wa poolside, Watu wa poolside,
Ala,
Tulisoma na tulikuwa tunacheza pia.
mlikuwa mnacheza pia.
Work life health balance.
Aya, sawa. In the interest of time, hii voucher tunapeana. DJ, one more time. 2 seconds.
Cuckoo dance, slide, helicopter, mosquito, kadunga,
Aya, sawa. Thank you.
Kingori, are you going
By
to
the-
ask for a memory here because it's too much? I
Yes,
think
yes.
The vibe.
The powers vested in me naona ni kama zinaenda hii side. 2 vouchers. This side. Iko sawa, si ndio? Asante sana. This side. Hapa, aya, sawa. One person to give us a memory. But mko na memory kweli? 2015.
That energy of the dance was the memory. Does anyone want to give us
Aya.
a serious memory?
Nani? Nakai.
A serious memory.
Aya, sawa.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ocheng Oginga, 2014. My best memory was in third year. There was a long strike. Then the exams had been scheduled immediately after the strike. They were to occur on Monday. Then the strike was called off on a Friday. So meaning on Monday we were to resume with the exams. So again on Monday, we developed cold feet and we said we are not sitting for the exams. So the dean agreed with us and said, okay, I can't. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, so the same was postponed again until Wednesday. So, and it happened on Wednesday and we actually passed.
Asante sana. A round of applause for them. Aya, but sawa sawa, selfie moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015.
2015 to 2020. Aya, sawa. For this one, Your Honor, you may need to close your eyes. Class of 2015 to 2020.
The 2016s, Mpo.
I'm a doctor, she want get fun. If I want time, she come from wrong. I think too long, she want to text my doctor. Right there, make I time. I know they want to do like say. Me I supposed to go and day, but I want to stay. You gotta watch steady. So baby, don't cry. When I hear the shit screaming my name, got me no pressure. You want it on again? She call me on the phone, say she want me home. Come back again. I come back again.
Aya, sawa. DJ, give them something. Aya, sawa. DJ, twende.
Ati black chocolate ni fine melanin bana toka ni kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda so kanapenda toto chupa na hat like a boss tena we mapeo watu kwangu ni clean so kutafagia kwako nikuje ndogo jutakula kushoto usitake kuona na my daddy version hadi yako manzi yako na mpango wako wa kando tunapiga katrio sam tunakusengenya ni Mr. Last Guy manzi yako shanipenda mtoto wa nyumbani toto la home Kenya girl kanapenda ganji shilinda but chukua hii party vibe iko top kwenye flow joka na perform TikTok kanapenda kuzitoka TikTok kanakonga TikTok
DJ. Sawa. In the interest of time, situache tu vocha iende hapa. Tuache tu iende hapa. Si ndio?
Hii imeenda.
Sawa, memory of the school ama current affairs. Someone, wewe kuja uongee.
Hello everyone. My best memory in the University of Nairobi, I would say it's a negative one. It's when I took part in a riot. The best 2016. It was that I was the most suspended, but I survived. And I'm here. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, a selfie moment for them. Haraka. Hi. Sawa. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Sorry. Asante sana. The final group before we close. The group of 2020. Aya. Sawa. Brandon. Hata wewe. Aya. Sikia corruption. Madam President. Hi. Madam President, karibu sana. Think ahead. You think ahead. I'll tell you why. Ama nikwambie tu sahi. Unafikiria mbele. Nice dress. You're dressed for Valentine. In June. Asante. So now, DJ wapatie kitu yao. DJ, hawa hata hawajui hiyo ni nini. Do you guys know Isa? Go there. Aya.
hit mountain bad mountain hit mountain wa bebe skilo, wabebe wasikie, wabebe, skilo, wabebe wasikie, wabebe, skilo, wabebe wasikie, wabebe, skilo, wabebe wasikie, wabebe, simjibebe, dem yangu anadai tu matembe, niko fete, nimejisete, amejibeba, usimuweke, niko east kwa mabiz na manjege wako on, amejibeba ako fine, sura nzuri amevai, kweli nini uko high, piga mushu kuwe high, ukiweza toa kutu zira, kimwaga sikia fine, kazi safi inadai, watoto wawili tunadai, njoki.
Aya, sawa, sawa. Sawa, imeenda, si ndio? Imeenda, si ndio?
Imeenda Kingori, imeenda.
Wazi. Asante sana. Hapa tumeambiwa ni current affairs.
Yes.
Yes, what's happening at the school now?
Anyone would like to say something on behalf of this batch?
Aye.
So, hi, my name is Emanuela. I'm from class of 2021, but I'm back again at the university as a postgraduate student. And I'd say what's happening at the university now is that exams are online. I know for some that's a shock. Online, open book, 5 hours. Anyway, my favorite memory at the university as an undergrad student was when SC Professor Githum Wigai took us through jurisprudence and he taught us Marxism. And he asked us if we knew the difference between the bourgeoisies and the proletariats, and we didn't. We all thought we were bourgeoisie, but we were actually proletariats. Thank you.
Asante sana, round of applause for them. Aya, wapewe picha yao. Iko sawa, pandisha. Please allow me to invite Wakili Gerald Kitty for a small presentation before we invite the LSK president. Before we invite the LSK president, Wakili
And as we
Faith
invite,
Moni.
As we invite Gerald Kitty, we are inviting him because he is part of the brains behind this event tonight.
Yes.
So let us hear
Round of
why
applause for
they
Kitty.
thought of putting together such an awesome event for us. Karibu sana, Gerald Kitty.
Aya, sawa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Ama mmecheza sana. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, we want to thank everyone for coming here today to honor the invitation that we made. We've seen a lot of representation from all the classes. We have transcended generations from the 80s to date. And you can see the social capital that is in the room. There's a lot of social capital in the room, and it is the mission that we sought to pursue. So before I go very far, kindly just allow me to invite the committee members who are responsible for this. I didn't do this alone. We are so many of us, including students, and we feel that that is the strategy that has gotten us to this place. So the committee members just come in front. You can dance a little bit. So we are very pressed for time, but as you can see, this is a very big team. To put this thing together is not very easy. We had a lot of people running around, a lot of brains behind this, a lot of sacrifice, and that's why it's here. A lot of these guys did it on voluntary basis. Our time, you know, a round of applause for them, tafadhali. So when we were communicating, we said that we're not coming just to eat, drink, make merry, and leave the room. We need to have a plan for how we're going to harness this social capital. moving forward. And we've worked very closely with the faculty to ensure that this first step is just a springboard to the many things that this committee is planning. So there are a number of initiatives that we've come up with. Key among those is a network for the University of Nairobi. So we formed an online network that would allow us to join all of us, whether it's seniors, whether it's juniors. In that particular network, you'll be able to set up your profile, tell us where you are, what you've been up to, and in that network, everyone is going to be able to see you. They'll also be able to reach out to you if they have anything of areas of collaboration or anything of interest to you. We do understand that in the crowd amongst us, there are very senior alumni. Some of them handle very sensitive dockets, like the judges. You can join the network, deactivate your messaging button so that you're not disturbed, but at least you get updates of everything that as a committee we'll be working on. So some of the initiatives that we have thought about, this is not an exhaustive list, will include alumni publications and newsletters. Of course, that will be responsible to update all the alumni about what is happening. We'll be calling on people first to join the network. We will share after this dinner. In fact, I think there is some QR codes on the table. I don't know if they were distributed, but you scan the code, you will join. We will show you in a video how you do that. But once you join, you set up your profile. If you consider yourself handling a very sensitive docket, you can deactivate your messaging, but everyone will be there. They'll be getting updates. And this is the first step into having the database of all the alumni. In this room, we have, like, I think 500 people. I don't know, 500? Or there are about 400 thereabout. But we have a lot of alumni outside there in Kenya and even abroad. So that platform will enable us bring all of them into that platform. And progressively, once we build the database, they'll be able to join these groupings, contribute their ideas, tell us how we can push these agendas forward. And then in a year's time, hopefully, working with the faculty, we should be able to identify people who can run with those committees and can be committed. So we'll have a strategic plan in collaboration with the faculty to just see how are we going to run these initiatives going forward so that they can give back. So I mentioned there's alumni publications and newsletters. That's self-explanatory. There's community engagement and social impact that will be responsible for philanthropic activities and the like. So we'll need people to join those and contribute their ideas. The ideas will be collected, and then hopefully in a year's time, we generate a strategic plan and see how far we can go with this. There will be alumni investment and funding network. It's also self-explanatory. There will be job placement and career advancement. Again, it's self-explanatory. There will be alumni chapters and regional networks. That is to round up all the alumni that are wherever they are and find out what they do and how can they contribute to the alumni network and enrich it. There is alumni awards and recognition. Of course, that is to recognize the distinguished alumni and whatever they are doing to impact the society and the school. Mentorship and coaching for those behind us. You notice in this group we have students. You can raise your hands, the students. These are actually people in campus right now. They helped us send emails. They helped us do the correspondence. They gave us ideas on how we can do the videos and distribute them. They shared a lot of ideas about how we can run this. And it's only befitting that in that structure we also have students who are currently experiencing the University of Nairobi. We have faculty. We have the senior bar. We have the mid bar. And we have the young bar. All of them constituting these committees will be a very good starting point. So the first thing is, because we don't know, we're just trying to figure this thing out, we would beseech all of you to join those committees, contribute ideas first of all. Once we have all the ideas, we collect them. This committee, as you can see, doesn't cut across the entire spectrum. It's pretty made of very young people. We need the wisdom of Justice William Ouko, and he's very willing from our last conversation. We need the wisdom of the very senior advocates to join this and see how they can lead us in making this initiative nourishing to the alumni chapter. So I know time is well spent. I do not want to take any more time. I think we can proceed from there. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Another round of applause for Gerald Kitty, wakili. Asante. Asante sana. Mr. DJ, unaweza kuwa ready with a song ya kutuletea our next speaker, the president of the Law Society of Kenya, Miss Faith Moni. Wapi makofi yake tafadhali?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. The Chief Guest Speaker, Justice William Ouko. Guest Speaker, Professor Pielo Lumumba. My professors in the room, Professor Mbote, Professor Winnie, Professor Sihanya, all my colleagues at the University of Nairobi, President Harvey, all my colleagues, seniors, ladies and gentlemen. Do you feel the energy in the room? Do you feel the energy in the room? I say let's raise a strong applause for the committee that set this up. Today we are celebrating a heritage of excellence, uniting generations and igniting potential. Do we agree that this is excellent? Do we agree that this is excellent? And the greatness of bringing all the seniors here today, I was awed. I was so awed to see all the seniors that took their time. President Harvey in the room, Faith Waigwa, seeing Professor Mbote and her classmates, seeing all the seniors that have taken all their time to come and celebrate, and the energy of the young members. I know we are not being asked for our memories, but I don't know if Machogu is still in the room. Paul Machogu, are you still in the room? I joined the faculty at the University of Nairobi, and Machogu and I were the youngest. And I remember when we attended one of the meetings for induction for the new students. And when we were asked to stand up and speak, the two of us, we got the loudest cheers. So when we sat down, the first thing Professor Mbote told us is that I'm going to investigate the two of you. Why the students are celebrating you so much. As I sit in this room, I see so many of my former students. I may not have been a student at the University of Nairobi, but I'm one of you by association. I have been mentored by some of these great professors here since I joined the faculty. I've had the privilege of working with some of you until some of you are in practice, and we work hand in hand together. So it's a great privilege for me this evening to stand before you. I was a bit under the weather, but I said there's no way I can disappoint all the hard work that this great University of Nairobi has put together. Now I challenge our seniors that are present in the room. We have presidents in the room. We have chairs of boards. We have directors in international organizations. We have ambassadors. We have cabinet secretaries who are all from the University of Nairobi, amongst other accolades, commissioners who are sitting in the room. I challenge each and every one of you that this mentorship program that is being set up by this committee, that at least take 2 or 3 young ones to mentor. The challenge, the position I sit as president of the Law Society of Kenya is seeing the number of students we are admitting every year, and yet there's no one to hold their hand, there's no one to support them. Sometimes it's not monetary. Sometimes someone just wants someone to talk to them. Last year, we lost some of our colleagues to suicide. Why should we lose any of our members? We're having more cases of alcoholism and depression because someone just needs someone to call them. So I urge you and I beg you, pick 1 or 2 people to mentor. You don't know the huge difference you will make. I'm proudly associated. I celebrate you tonight. It's not my night for speeches, but I raise my glass and I toast each and every one of you. And I hope that the next time they can open till the other side to ensure that it's not sold out. We have more alumni filling this room. God bless you all, and may justice be our shield and defender.
A round of applause for Madam President. And I will now invite the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Winifred Kamau, to in turn invite our chief guests and our vigorating, very, very vigorating speech from Prof. P.L.O. Lumumba.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Wewe ni wetu. Yeah? Wewe ni wetu. And thank you, Gerald Kitty and the team, for the very good work you've been doing. And I just want to reiterate the call that he has made for engagement as alumni of the Faculty of Law. We have very many needs, especially of the students. They need a lot of support from us in many ways, whether it's fees, whether it's student prizes, mentorship, and many, many things. So at this time, I'd like to call on one of our illustrious alumni who has distinguished himself as a legal scholar, as a legal practitioner, and for service in the public, for public service. So this is Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, who we all know and admire. Professor Lumumba may have passed through a lot of you may have passed through his hands when he was director of the Kenya School of Law. And prior to that, he was also director of the Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission. He's the chairperson of the P.L.O. Lumumba Foundation, which supports many of our students at the University of Nairobi. So let's give a round of applause for Professor P.L.O. Lumumba to give us a reinvigorating call to action. Welcome, Professor.
Good evening. The guest of honor, the Honorable Justice William Ouko, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Winfred Kamau, Professor Patricia Kameri Mbote, and the good professors here present, the President of the Law Society of Kenya, and all who are here present. I'm acutely aware that we have spent nearly 6 hours this evening, and the law of diminishing returns is now operating. Let me at the very outset state that I was asked by the patron of the Alumni Association, Mohammed Nyaoga, to speak on his behalf. He did not give me any specific instructions, but he told me that my duty was to reinvigorate. When you say you reinvigorate, it means that you are once invigorated. I will do no such thing, because you're already invigorated. Safe to say that the time is now that this faculty and indeed the University of Nairobi must give pride of place to Alumni Association. Those of you who have had the advantage of attending other universities will be aware that it's through the Alumni Association that a university retains its character and ensures that it does not lose its pride of place amongst other universities. The University of Nairobi is the mother university. Today we have no less than 11 universities offering law degrees. And there is a sense, therefore, in which it is very easy to get drowned in that sea of latter-day universities. And it is important that we retain our character as the university. It should be the case that when you talk about the university, it means the University of Nairobi. And in that invigorated state, wisdom not only requires but demands that I stop in appreciation of the fact that you've been here for too long, and to invite the chief guest, the Honorable Justice William Ouko, to address this august audience. The Honorable Judge.
What a night. Wow. Is it ending? Not soon. But looking at the groups that were called here, I had a debate within myself whether I would have loved to be in the group of 2015 to date. I haven't finished. It was a debate within myself, or whether I wanted to retain where I was in the 80s. The 80s triumphed, because I don't think I have that energy, but it's good energy, and I think it's that energy that is going to drive this alumni association that we are thinking of. So the Dean, Professor Winnie, my classmate, we are all united today by the fact that we belong to one alumni, and so there are no special people, as somebody said. We are all equal because of that. But I recognize the Dean, I recognize Professor Pielo Lumumba, Professor Patricia Mbote, the president of LSK. Incidentally, the three last speakers, me being the third one, are from a village called Usenge. The president, Pielo, and myself, we come from that village where everybody has read law. And so there's no big deal that you are a lawyer or a judge. We are all lawyers and judges, and so that's where we come from. So I recognize you, President. I recognize the former president. And I recognize also my classmates. I was told if I don't, I might be in big trouble. Celestine, that is Mrs. Pielo. Balozi, I recognize you. Waweru Njora, my classmate. And of course, Winnie. And so I'm very, very honored tonight. And fellow alumni and students who are here, it's truly a great honor for me to have been asked by the organizers of this event to make a few remarks on this inaugural alumni dinner. They didn't caution me, however, and I think it's been repeated, that tonight is not a night of long speeches, but one of merrymaking, fun, and laughter. And so, as King Henry VIII said to each of his wives, I shall not keep you long. Each time King Henry married, he warned the lady, I shall not keep you long, and he kept his word. But that's not the context in which I'm saying that word. I only mean that I'll be brief in my remarks. And this being our inaugural dinner to define our journey going forward, recalling that we really do not have presently an alumni association with known officials or funding or offices, it is my intention to share only a few thoughts that may be useful as we consider how to institutionalize University of Nairobi Law Faculty alumni. Indeed, as we have heard, it is a pity that a pioneer faculty, a pioneer university, one of the very top law schools in Africa, if not in the world, would lag behind the recently established law schools and faculties in terms of vibrant alumni culture. Ironically, the deans of most of these faculties are alumni of University of Nairobi and the law faculty. Our first duty, therefore, as we gather here and looking at the energy in the room tonight, is to have an association. Wakili Kiti is doing a great work. He's full of energy. I met him and his team yesterday, and I told them as much that they can make most of us, the old fogies, follow if we see what they're doing. I'm informed that there is at the law school some specialized committees, one of which is an alumni committee. And this alumni committee, I think, should form the springboard from which all our activities should be based. Tonight's initiative is one of the several steps towards the ultimate goal of functional alumni. I commend the Dean and the agile team of young men and women who are up here at the faculty for arranging this very first step towards that. The body of alumni is a most important stakeholder and resource of any law school. Looking around this room, I can see huge resource that can turn around the fortunes of our alma mater. Looking around again, I'm reminded of the countless hours we spent just even listening to those who spoke here, the hours we spent in lecture theaters, in the libraries, the debates we held in the classrooms, and the late night preparations for exams and cuts. Tonight, it's not just the meal that we have had, and it's not just for some of us who had Kojoy as Simba, or is it Machozi? Whatever it is, they were very scarce on the table tonight. Maybe next time it will be better. So it's not just sharing on meals and drinks that we have enjoyed tonight, but we are here to celebrate a history and a tradition of excellence at the University of Nairobi, a commitment to justice and a dedication to the rule of law that binds all of us together as members of this remarkable institution. We were asked to give our personal experiences, what we remember most. I remember two things in my life at the university. I was very ambitious. When I joined in first year, my best friends, the people I went out with, the people I hung out with, were third years. Professor Githu Muigai, Justice Smokin Wanjala, and that group, Moscow Mvati. I was always with that group, but I was really a very junior member in the faculty. But that was the beauty about it, that I would go with my seniors out, they would buy all the drinks, they would buy all the meals. And this continued even when we moved to the law school, even after they graduated and were now working. But my problem was this. When they left the university to go to the law school, I remained behind, and a lot of people who thought I was third year thought I had Xeroxed. Why is he left here when his colleagues have gone to the law school? And so they continued this friendship up to now. At the law school, I would drive their cars. People thought I was doing very well, but I was just a student. I terrorized so many people in town here with BMWs. That's what I remember most about my life in college. The second one was something to do with my friends. We had a class reunion last week, and I related this story again to my class. They all knew I had two sets of friends. One set, very staunch, saved Christians who encouraged me to join them, to go to Baptist church with them every Sunday, every evening they had worship. The other group was a heathen lot. The lot that will take you to places that the young ones may not know more than Green for a drink or student center. And so I was torn between these two friends, really, really torn, because the Christians were warning me that Jesus was going to come like a thief, and he might come when I'm having a drink at student center or Modern Green. And that really confused me. But again, the heathen guys triumphed. I went with them. And I've been waiting. Jesus hasn't come. So our accomplishment in life would not have been possible without the dedicated faculty members and staff who inspired and guided us. Friends, colleagues who supported us, our families who encouraged us through the countless opportunities that our legal education has offered us. What a privilege, what an honor serving in the Supreme Court of Kenya with all University of Nairobi alumni. All the 7 judges in that court are University of Nairobi alumni. And I'm not here representing anybody, I'm here as an alumni. And for me, it is a matter of great pride that both the first ever female Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Lady Justice Martha Koome, and the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Winfred Kamau, were my classmates. The alumni of the Faculty of Law have risen to the top of their professions, in the legal profession, in the 3 branches of government, in the academia. All of them, you will always find an alumni of this faculty. However, for me, the ultimate achievement for a faculty, indeed for a university or any educational establishment, is the ability of its graduates and its students to contribute meaningfully to the community. Apart from the many textbooks that we read, the university taught us basic respect for humanity, that by virtue of humanity, all people qualify for a status of dignity. We learned the values of integrity, professionalism, and service to others. In our time, we had good and bad times. The list of good times is too long for my remarks this evening. University of Nairobi means different things to different people. While some of us only acquired the power to read, others, as we saw this evening, acquired both the power to read and lifetime companions. And so a friend of mine was asking me, if you acquired a lifetime companion as a lawyer, and lawyers like putting it to people, so when you say I put it to you, the other side also says I put it to you. So we suffered several things. We suffered delay to join the college. We suffered delayed graduation. We suffered expulsions. We suffered suspensions. We risked limb and life. And we spilled blood. Some of this may not sound real to the younger generations, but in our time in the 80s, this was true. We led a full campus life. A full campus life is a life in which young people can create their own world or make the world their own. They have the freedom and the facilities to do so. But university life was occasionally shattered because of the government's perceived need to keep students in order. Yet we all know students cannot be kept in order by coercion. Many alumni of the faculty are counted in history among those who fearlessly confronted the autocratic government to deliver the second liberation. Much has been given to us, and the society that made this possible has a right to demand much more from us in return. Each one of us is called upon to use our knowledge and skills acquired from our alma mater to make a positive impact on the world around us. Listening to all the speakers from this podium and from the table where I was sitting tonight has been a very moving day for most of us. Moving because for me, I found that the past is always here. It never goes away. My challenge to all of us, colleagues, friends, professors in the room, is to record our past for posterity. We live in a fast, challenging, and globalized world. The only certainty is uncertainty of the future. It is solitary to note that some of us started working many years before the present generation of graduates were even born. Many things changed, and many things changed globally and extremely fast. In order to prepare the students for this rapid changing world, the law school will no doubt teach them all necessary skills, including analytical and communication skills, which they would have to apply in the changing times and circumstances. But above all, I believe that it is fundamental that the students acquire deep appreciation of the values that underlie our legal system, that the practice of law is an honorable profession with this deep commitment to the rule of law. We live in a very highly materialized world with some people measuring human worth by how much they earn and spend. However, legal professionals should not be obsessed with material possessions. And I remember this particular English judge who served in the courts, in the High Court in the 80s, who repeatedly advised us magistrates that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Giving is life. We must learn to share, to serve, and to contribute to the welfare of our society. Now I turn to the nuts and bolts that we had from the committee. How do we turn around the alumni? How do we make sure that this alumni works? And there are 5 questions that are commonly asked. The first question is, to what extent does the law school maintain students' contacts as they leave? And how does it use those contacts, if at all, with its former students? You will all agree, those of us who left college some time back, that we never left any contacts. We just walked away. And so how does the school get us? Because of our mobility in the market, the rush hour of life, with big conflicting demands in our profession, our friends, our family challenges, how do we ensure that this works? So first challenge for the committee is to ensure we have contacts of all the alumni. The second question, is there an alumni association? I'm told there is. Professor Mbote spoke here on behalf of that association, but with due respect, we do not know its existence, but we need now to forget that and forge forward and ensure that we have a very active alumni that will bring all of us together, young, old, because that has been missing. And yet, as I said, the more recent faculties have embraced everybody that have gone through the faculty. The third question is, how should an alumni body be used to support the law schools? Alumni engagement with alma mater and the rest of the profession takes various forms. I just want to point a few of them that Advocate Kitty did not mention. Number one, as alumni, we should be available and willing anytime during recess, during leave, to go and give back at the faculty by way of giving public lectures, by way of even just teaching. The second one, we can also provide, we have professionals who can help us to develop the curriculum of those faculties. We also have senior counsel, senior lawyers in this society who have come through this university and this faculty, and they can be role models who will provide career guidance, career advice, or simply provide regular knowledge transfer. We can also contribute to career advancement, as Kitty said, through networking in the job market. When you hear there's a position somewhere, the first person you should think of is not your brother or which is very difficult to say in Kenya, but should be somebody who was with you in college or somebody who has come through your university. Also mentorship, and I want to confirm that the Supreme Court is leading in this field, because only last week we hosted all the faculties in the country. We had a chat. They came, and the deans and some selected students came to have the first initial discussion with the judges of the Supreme Court. And going forward, we want to institutionalize that by providing an annual moot competition, by providing lecture circuits to all the faculties. But of course, being alumni of our faculty, we'll focus more on our faculty. We also will undertake to ensure that the academic and professional attachment that the interns go through is meaningful, unlike what we see today, where students come in and go without even sometimes meeting the judges or the magistrates. And so there are many, many areas, the pro bono work that we can do as alumni. And so at the community level, also the alumni can also set aside a service week to render free legal service, which will help the indigent members of society. We can visit prisons. We can give pro bono representations in court. And so I appeal to the alumni of this great family to do their part in creating a public sentiment which shall demand all of us, men and women of means, to invest in our alma mater. Thank you, alma mater, for shaping us into who we are today. All of us had our favorite lecturers who contributed to our professional lives. We nicknamed them. I'm sure all of you nicknamed all your lecturers some names. We also nicknamed ourselves. What I don't know is whether they got to know what their nicknames were and what they meant. In our class, we had Chapo, we had Blue Band for some prominent lawyer today. Whether he knows that, I really don't know. But I know that as judges, we have carried some of these coded languages to the bench. And so today, when you hear a judge say that they have exhaustively researched the authorities, this only means that they have read your skeleton submissions. And when we say that the trial on appeal, that the trial judge's findings could have been better or more clearly expressed, what we mean is the trial judge was a twit who made a mess of the trial. And when we put a point to counsel, beginning with the phrase, with great respect, what we really mean is that the counsel submissions are a nonsense. And when we say that with the greatest respect, not great respect, greatest respect, we mean is absolutely nonsense. So now you know, when we tell you this, what we mean. Once again, I sincerely want to thank Dean Professor Kamau and the organizing committee, the faculty, and the entire university for this opportunity and for this gathering. May God bless all of you.
Asante sana. Before we close, I believe this has been a learning experience for me, 100%, especially. I was today years old when I learned that you can actually dance effectively with just one body part. And I was today years old when I got to witness mapenzi imeenda shule. People who graduated as a couple. Asanteni sana. Before we close officially, we'd like to invite, yes?
Yes, before we do close, your attention please. Your attention please. Thank you very much. We have to appreciate the team that put this together, and I am advised that that team that put this event together, and now moving forth, we are having our alumni association. I would like to invite the chairman of the committee of the committee that put together this event this evening, Mr. Gerald Kitty, to appreciate our guests today for the good work that they have done and the encouragement that we have. Karibu Kitty.
All right. I would love to appreciate a few people, and we'll give them a very small token of appreciation. It's the little that we can give, the school has given us. So we'll start with the LSK president, Faith. Asante sana for coming, and thanks for supporting us. Yes. I'd also love to appreciate our Dean Emeritus, Professor Kameri Mbote. Asante sana, Dean. I appreciate it. I would also like to appreciate our keynote speaker and patron, Professor PLO Lumumba. Asante sana. Utampa. And also in his absentia, Senior Counsel Mohamed Nyaoga has been very instrumental in making this happen. There was one more gift for the chief guest. Okay. The last and not least, we wish to appreciate our man of the moment, the chief guest, Justice William Ouko. We are very grateful. Thank you so much. Asante. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wakili. As part of the closing bit, I would like to invite Professor Winifred Kamau just to appreciate the team that put this together, and as we are closing this, your very last remarks.
Okay, so I'd really like to, on behalf of all of us, appreciate the team that led this. As I said at the beginning, this was an alumni-led event, and the faculty just supported. So, Mr. Kitty and the team, we just want to say thank you very much. There is nothing that we can give, really, to say it, except our words and our heartfelt appreciation and prayers to God for blessing. So may the Lord bless you all. Kitty, and also let me just make a special mention of a member of our staff, our assistant registrar, Mr. Tatisio Kinyanki, who has, behind the scenes, really held our hands in every way, just ensuring things work, supporting, and so thank you very much, Mr. Kinyanki. So I think that is all I would say for now. And I really look forward, maybe I can say that this is not the last time that we are meeting. This is just the beginning. And we really trust and hope. Judge Ouko, you have given us a lot of pointers about what can be done. The team has put in place some mechanisms. I'd like to appeal to each one of us alumni to step up, to give what we have, because each one of us has something to give. Whether we are senior, whether we are middle, whether we are the younger ones, we all have something to give. So I'd really ask that when the call comes, we respond. And together, we can do it. And may I just say one more thing, which I would have liked to present but didn't have the opportunity because of the time. In 2017, when the law chapter of the alumni was launched, we had a dream, and many of us will remember the dream. We had a dream of a School of Law tower. Does anyone recall? School of Law tower. That one day we shall have a state-of-the-art facility called the Justice Tower. And this dream is possible because together we can do it. Thank you very much. Where does this go?
Asante sana, Professor Winifred. And now, can we have Mugendi Mwaneki to please give thanks to our sponsors, the partners who made this event possible by helping us to put this together and to pay the bills around here. Wapi makofi ya Mugendi?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening once more. Please allow me before I begin, sorry I'm a bit loud with my mic. We have a freshly minted Nairobi chair today who has really assisted us. Please, Eric Kivuva, please stand. A round of applause. This man has done impeccable work. Unaweza salimia watu tu, tafadhali. Salimiana.
Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Truly delighted. I just took my oath of office today, and I want to invite all of us to support the Nairobi branch. When the team organizing came to me, I told them that on day one, on the 25th of October 2005, we were indoctrinated on the rules of comradeship. And we were told a comrade is never wrong. If in doubt, refer to rule number. So I told them, you think this event will be the it? They told me yes. I told them a comrade is never wrong. And I offered all my support. And I pledge to offer all my support to ensure that the alumni is strengthened over and over again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. I'll be very brief. We want to extend sincere thanks to the Dean, to our chief guest, Justice William Ouko. Thank you so much. Your hospitality was very, very warm to very, very junior advocates. Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, a good friend to my friend Joshua Maponga. I will relay his thanks, and I'm really grateful to see you here today. Where is Tatisio? Please stand and wave. This man has done an impeccable work from the Dean's office, and we need to really appreciate him. I want to thank my friend and my mentor, Faith, President of the Law Society. I want to thank most sincerely Cabinet Secretary Honorable C.S. Linturi, who gave a generous contribution to support this event today. I also want to thank most sincerely Senior Counsel Nyaoga, who personally called all the senior counsels he knew when we walked into his office the first time. Kitty, I know you can recall this. He called the Attorney General, he called Supreme Court justices, he called the lecturers, and you could see the immense respect that they had for him, and I can see some of them here today, and we really appreciate you. I also want to thank Mr. Eric Kivuva, who just spoke, called a lot of the mid-bar advocates who are here today, and we really appreciate you because I know we knocked into your office a couple of times, literally begging for your assistance, and see what God has done. Yeah? We want to thank Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir in absentia, who also came through for us, really at the tail end, pulling us through out of a rut. We want to thank Kenya Undi, at the last minute, put something into the jar to enable us to move forward and really promised us that he will hold our hands. We want to thank members of the organizing committee. Please wave your hands so that people can see. Please join those committees and let's carry on the good work. Lastly, to all of you who have come here today, I want to thank each and every one of you for believing in us. And this is not our journey alone, it is for all of us. The lecturers in the house, where are they, please? Can they wave the faculty? Let's give them a round of applause. Oh yes, very well represented today. We most sincerely thank. Oh, I can see Dr. Bett, who I know we shot a video and promised us a couple of things after this. God bless you, good sir. Hear ye, no university has reached this standard. Now that we have set it, let others copy. God bless you and have a good night. Oh yes, there's something nice for all of us. I think the MC wants to. All right. There is a beautiful cake for all of us, and I just want to invite the committee members, the faculty led by the dean, and the chief guest. Please help us to make merry with this. Yes, you can please push it here. As our band members help us to make this a nice moment.
Mengi mazuri tumeyaona, Mungu umetenda, ni kweli wewe muweza.
guests. Keynote speaker, please come. Help us to make this moment. Madam Faith, Emeritus Dean, the new chair. Please don't feel shy. This cake is for all of us.
Walo hakuna wa kulipinga, hakika wewe ni Mungu wa vyote. Unatawala dunia na vilivyomo, makuu umeyatenda. Jehova, hakika tumeuona mkono wako Bwana, kweli matendo yako Bwana ni makuu. Na umetutoa mbali kweli, ukatushika mkono mahali uliona pekee. Chini hata chini watu unawainua, sifa na utukufu ni zako milele. Tutakusifu jina lako Baba, milele tutakusifu kweli. Daima wewe mwema, tutaishi kwa
Yes, Mercy, you can help to distribute it.
mkono wako Bwana, kweli matendo yako Bwana ni makuu. Na umetutoa mbali kweli, ukatushika mkono mahali uliona pekee. Chini hata chini watu unawainua, sifa na utukufu ni zako milele. Tutakusifu jina lako Baba, milele tutakusifu kweli. Daima wewe mwema, tutaishi msalabani ulitufia, ulitupenda, dhambi zetu kabeba.
We also want to thank Automotive Industries for your generous support with the gift vouchers. Equity Bank, be the only bank that was present today. Thank you so much.
Umetuwezesha, tunaimba na kusifu. Walio haki kutoacha,
We want to thank our MCs for the night, our band, our DJs, our videographers. Thank you so much. We honor you guys.
kwa jina lako Yesu waponye. Una ubaguzi wote sawa kwako, umetuita Yesu tupone. Hakika wewe mwema, tumeuona Baba, mkono wako Bwana, kweli matendo yako Bwana ni makuu. Na umetutoa mbali kweli.
My name is Jared Mugendi Mwaniki Kashuba. I'm very, very pleased to be here, one of the committee members who were privileged to have the opportunity to host this event here, to organize it, to rally people, to convince them that it's important to have the alumni dinner here and to come together. My favorite moment in school was the library sessions and the group discussions and the ton of friends I made from your own law school.
Hi guys, my name is Gerald Kitty. I'm the chair of the committee organizing this alumni dinner, and I'm happy that this dream is finally coming to fruition. My best memories in University of Nairobi is when I graduated, because then that was a milestone that I was looking forward to. The second best memory is when I was voted as the campus representative. It was such an honor to serve very great, intelligent lawyers. And I'm happy to be here. I hope to see everyone, interesting people around, and karibuni.
My name is Samson Omamo. I'm a comrade at the University of Nairobi. I graduated in 2016. My best memory is when I got saved at second year. Although I backslid, but still stays a good memory. Today I'm here so that we can reunite and strengthen our comradeship as lawyers and I'm expecting to see my former classmates, and I'm expecting to see comrades back again.
My name is Felix Mulaku. I'm an alumni of the University of Nairobi, graduate in the year 2018. My best memory at the University of Nairobi is just by the mere fact that you're associated from the biggest university in East and Central Africa. We have created splendid memories in the University of Nairobi, and as the law school alumni in the School of Law, we used to defend rights of all comrades in the University of Nairobi. The reason I'm here is so that I can get to interact with fellow alumni, create that social network, and see where, as alumni, we can take the great University of Nairobi.
Hi everyone, my name is Omboy Kabiru. I am class of 2016. I am so happy to be here today. My best memory of UON, School of Law, is the friends I made and the connections that I still continue to enjoy to date. I expect to connect more today, and I look forward to having a great time and enjoying good food and good wine. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Peter Mongi, and
I'm Sisimu.
husband and wife. So we are here because Nairobi University is very important to us. It's where we met and subsequently got married. So and it's great to revisit the university and to meet friends that we spend time with while in campus. Okay.
Yeah, as you said, we met at university. We were in the group that joined in 1989. We were the second last group of the A-levels. So we had a great time there, very good memories, a lot of sponsorship from the government in terms of the cost of the education, and generally we were pampered. We had a wonderful time, wonderful training, and I guess that's why we are where we are.